My name is Joseph Schroep, and I am the costume designer for The Legend of Georgia McBride. I am based in New York, New York. Well, for Georgia McBride, I actually approached it more as one would design a musical because there are several musical sequences in the show, even though it's still lip-synced. So we really started this process a lot earlier than one would maybe start a play because we had to decide what the musical sequence were. There was a lot of conversations with not only the director but the choreographer about what the needs of the movement in the pieces would be. There's a lot of like gimmicky numbers in the show where we're paying tribute to famous divas, Barbra Streisand, Cher, iconic moments from movies like the Sisters number and White Christmas. So all of that had to be kind of determined before I went in and designed anything. So there was lots of conversations dating back as far as end of July, August. And then for those numbers where there was like a specific theme or person that we were paying tribute to, then there was research behind that, pulling images. I do a lot of collage first, where I will put, you know, hairstyles, jewelry, color, all on one board, and then from that board I will do my sketch. And then there was, of course, lots of scenes and characters that are not based on any particular moment or person in history. So from that, it's kind of, you go from like a psychological profile based on like, what do I think who is this person and what do I think that they're gonna wear in this moment? For instance, we have Jo, who is, it just says in the script that she's a waitress, but I was trying to think, all right, well, does she work in a diner? Does she work, I settled on, she kind of worked out like a TGI Fridays type of situations. So I looked at the uniforms from TGI Friday and figured out, you know, what the color would be and the necktie. So there's a huge research process, one for the musical numbers and then two for the real world costumes. I think there's 58 costume changes in the show. Our Casey, our lead, I believe has 20 just himself. So there's quite a massive undertaking. The shop here, led by Amanda and with Mary and Sam, have been amazing. They are constructing some from scratch. We are altering a lot of things that we have purchased. So it has been quite the undertaking. There's everything from street clothes to, you know, high fashion drag looks. So it's very exciting to work on this show because there's a whole breadth of different types of costumes that we are doing. I'm very, very excited to be here. It's been such a fun show to work on. The last show I worked on, I was the associate for Evita, which just closed its run in DC at Shakespeare. And the whole show was, I did it with Alejo Vietti, who is a friend and mentor. He designed the whole show in a palette of grays. So it's been really fun to work outside of grayscale for a show and get to do bright colors and sequins.